recognize them as they come in and join you. So some people, my brother feels like a part of him is clicking in. I feel warmth washing over me, and I see them and just see what they're doing and just kind of like join in and enjoy their presence, because they're just really cool. So taking some deep breaths and settling into your body. I'm going to call in the serpent of the south to come and wrap his coils of light around us and teach us to shed our past the way he sheds his skin. Come and join us now. And to Mother Jaguar of the West, walk over onto your branch as you lie on it and watch over us. Watch over us as we go through our journey. Make sure that we stay safe and protect this space and nurture us with your teaching essence. Come join us now. And to the hummingbird of the north, come with our ancestors in the spirit world. Invite them to come in and warm their hands by our fire, to impart any wisdom that we may need on our journey. Come and join us now. And calling in the eagle of the east, as we rise high to connect with spirit. Protect us under your wing to ensure that our communication is clear and with good intention. Join us now. And inviting in Mother Earth with all of her elements, all of the animal kingdom, the tree spirit, the water, all of Earth spirit, Mother Gaia, join us now. And Father Sky, bringing us the wisdom of the star nations, joining us. Creator, with all of your wisdom, guide our hearts to where we need to go to receive the messages that we need to receive in Sacred Circle tonight. And with this, just sip your cacao as you feel as you need to. And just really, really tasting her. Really tasting all of the notes of cacao, the warmth, the earthiness, the bitterness, the sweetness. And just breathing into your heart space now. With every breath into your heart space, just feel your heart expand a little bit more. Feeling the energy within the heart, expanding out around your body. Just holding yourself in the space of love energy. And filling it up with a beautiful green light. Seeing your heart energy expanded out as a ball around you, filled with green light. Filling all your cells with healing green light. Feeling love wash over your whole body. Love of self. And feeling your heart smile just a little bit with every breath. Expanding out now even more. The energy of your heart out around your house. Seeing this ball of green light expand out further and further with every breath. Out beyond your house, out beyond your city, beyond your town, out beyond Australia, out beyond Earth. Seeing the light expand out beyond our atmosphere, out past the moon, feeling Mother Moon's energy as we gently go past her. Slowly expanding out further past our sun, feeling his energy as we go past him. Feeling your heart energy expand out past all of the planets of our solar system, out beyond, past all the other moons, all the other stars, all the other suns, the Milky Way, all the nebulas, until we have reached all the four corners of the cosmos. And just seeing that loving light of green raining down on the entire cosmos, down upon our entire solar system, down on Earth, down on all the people who need that loving light. All the rivers, all the oceans, all the ground. Just feeling yourself as pure expansion of love. Being aware of your body now in this expansive space. Relaxing every follicle of hair on your head. Noticing how relaxed your forehead is. Releasing all the stress out of your forehead, out of your eyes. Relaxing your ears, your nose, your jaw, your teeth, even your tongue. Relaxing your throat and your shoulders. Letting loose both of your arms, your hands, your upper chest, your middle chest, your lower chest. Your thighs, your knees, your hips, your legs, Your feet all being supported by Mother Earth in this safe, sacred space. Come on a journey with me. Just seeing yourself now, gently walking through the rainforest, allowing your soft, bare feet to touch the ground that's soft and moist, on the rich soil, stepping over large roots of beautiful big trees, stepping on the leaves, touching the leaves as you go past, touching beautiful fern, palm leaves, feeling the leaves brush across the side of your hip as you walk through the forest, seeing the sun coming through the canopy, shining on the leaves, smelling how moist the air smells, how clean it smells. And you notice a clearing starting to come on your beautiful earthing walk through the rainforest. And as you start walking towards this opening, you can smell cacao in the air. And you know some cacao is being prepared for you in this space. So a little excited, you go towards it a little bit faster and you walk out into a clearing with some cacao trees, and you can see the pods hanging from the branches. You can go and feel them, touch them, hold them, smell them, see the colors, all the different colored cacao pods. There's red, there's yellow, there's dappled autumn colors. Touch the branches, touch the trunk of the beautiful cacao trees. Give the tree a hug. Thank it for its beautiful, heart-opening, sacred medicine that you get to have all the way over here. Thanking her for traveling to come to us today, to help us on our journey in our daily life. And as you let go of the tree, you start to walk towards the smell of where the cacao is coming from. And you can start hearing a fire crackling and a bit of boiling noise, bit of water boiling. And the smell of the cacao gets stronger and it just smells so amazing and decadent and inviting. And then when you walk towards the smell, you see the back of a beautiful brown goddess, a beautiful woman, and you can see her stirring the cacao for you. It's Mother Cacao. She turns around and smiles at you while she's stirring. And she says, "Come," holding out her hand to you, motioning for you to come and sit by her cacao pot on a little stump of wood. You look at her while she smiles at you. Look at her face. How is she looking at you? Look at her beautiful big eyes. all of the love in those eyes. She only sees you. Her beautiful teeth as she smiles, her hair coming down her shoulders, her skin, how smooth it looks, the color, her fingers delicately stirring the cacao. Welcome, my child. She's lifting the ladle and pouring it into a cup for you. Have some cacao. I've made it just for you. And as she hands it over to you, you take it from her with so much thanks. Drink. What have you come to ask me? She says. So if you have something to ask her, if you have something on your heart to ask her, now is the time to ask. If you don't have anything specific, you can just ask her for a message that you might need to hear or receive right now. But here is an opening in time where you can sit and have that conversation with her and listen to what she has to say. So I'll leave you to do that now for a moment. After your discussion with Mother Cacao, if you're finished, you can ask her if she has a gift for you, a gift for you to bring back so that you can use as a tool in life now. So, Mother Cacao, do you have a gift for me? If she has a gift for you, take it graciously and thank her. Thank her for meeting you here and making a beautiful brew of cacao for you. We let her know now that it's time for us to go back. So you're welcome to give her a big hug And just feel the love as she hugs you back. Like you're just in the safest arms in the world. And as you thank her and say goodbye, you start walking back towards the rainforest out of the clearing, smelling the cacao one more time, drifting from her pot. And walking back, making your way back through the rainforest, really absorbing the energy of the nature here, the trees, the energy that they have as you brush along them. Feeling the earth under your feet, the dirt, the leaves, touching the branches as you walk past them. Coming back through the trees, through the rainforest, as you can see yourself sitting in your room, coming back to your room, to your space, back into where you're sitting, back into your body, with the beautiful message from Mama Cacao, with your gift. And it's okay if it's not a thing. It's okay if it's just a word. It doesn't have to make sense now. And just wiggling your fingers and toes and coming back to the room and opening your eyes when you're ready. Oh gosh. Oh, how was that? I nearly cried when I saw her in the jungle, get it together. Oh. How was that for everybody?
Beautiful. Thank you. I got a feather as my gift. That's interesting.
Pardon?
I got a feather as my gift. So
That's nice.
that was nice. I don't know what kind of feather it is, but it's one I don't recognize. So I'm gonna have to sit with that and see what the message is, and that is.
Okay. How'd you go, Freya?
I had some technical difficulties at the start. So I missed a little bit, unfortunately, but I did get strength.
Wow.
So that was nice. And it was kind of the answer to my question, a bit of that. And then, yeah. And then the gift was the strength that I need. I'm at right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I thought Lisa joined.
That was me.
No.
Yeah. Other one cut out.
A second Freya. We've got two Freyas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I haven't even heard back from her, which is really unusual.
All right.
So that's okay. She can I'll chat to her about it later.
Hand over the floor to you.
Gorgeous. Okay, so I am going to do, obviously, Freya's is the first time meeting you, and Lena, you haven't worked with me either, but what I was sort of called to do with tonight's ceremony, with really becoming the oracle and feeling into that space, is clearing out what's stopping us from being truly connected to that oracle. So I obviously know a little bit about Lena's story and how you channel and your connection. So I know you're pretty tapped in. Freya, I just want to find out a little bit about where you are on this journey with feeling into that space and trusting your intuition and all that kind of stuff, just so I can make sure there's anything else I might need to bring in, because it's a small group. Let's make it really, really exactly what you need tonight?
Well, I feel, yeah, I'm pretty good with my intuition. Most of the time, except for when I doubt myself. But I also, yeah, I'm just sort of really discovering all of this stuff in the last year or so. And so I don't feel like connected that like with guides and stuff. I ask and I feel like I receive things all the time, but I don't really know what I'm doing. And I feel supported when I need it, when I ask for it. But yeah.
Beautiful. And do you have any of your sort of psychic gifts online, or not really yet? So no clairvoyance, clairaudience, because that's where I'm being told to go. So I feel like one of those needs to awaken for you, because I feel like that's kind of where the energy is like pulling me into, to really tune into that, to open up whatever is meant to be yours to open up to. So so you don't have any of the clair kind of gifts, the psychic gifts online at this stage?
No.
Okay, beautiful. And Lena, you do, don't you? You've got like your, like, all the stuff on.
I don't really label any of it. Like,
I know.
I guess I'm just all the Claires.
Yeah.
Running joke. Clairaudient Claire. All the Claires.
I say that. I say I'm all the Claires. It's like,
But just whatever I need, I'll get. So I don't rely on one particular one.
Yeah, beautiful. I think that's the big mistake people make, is they try and activate one thing, and it's like, if you activate you, then all of them should come online. That's what like I sort of work with and believe in anyway. But and I've only just started getting into activations, and I don't know why, but I feel like, and I'm hoping to God it doesn't happen tonight, because I'm still not used to it with, because my light language has been like, it comes through and I'm still not quite used to how it sounds, and it freaks me out a little bit sometimes. So, but I know that that's an activation for people as well. So,
do you know light language, Freya?
No.
Do you know much about it?
No.
I wouldn't even know how to explain it, Courtney, if you would.
But I feel like I've heard my friends talk about it, so I kind of know, you know, I don't know. I have a friend that after giving birth, she talks about, I don't know. Explain it to me your way.
I would explain it like, because so it's basically a it's like a language from source. That's how I would explain it. It's a direct connection language to source. Mine, I feel, is channeled from Pleiadians. So I know that when I've been doing activations, not by choice, but I've been fully, the Pleiadians have been working with me rather than me working with Pleiadians, because I didn't know what was coming through. And then all of a sudden I was starting to get this, I guess, tuned into a different frequency that I didn't even know existed. And I was getting visions of working with this. And then I had some clearing work done, because it was an interesting thing. But some people would say it's a language from light beings. So the Pleiadians, Andromedans, Assyrians, like wherever it's coming from in the star kind of races. Other people say it's direct connection to source. So one of my friends, she doesn't believe she channels from a star seed race. She believes she channels direct from source. So she speaks as God. That's her, and it's just a different, but it's something that you don't understand by your ears, you understand at a soul level. It's like you feel it, but you may not necessarily understand it from a, like, the words don't make sense to some people. So it's funny, because one of the things I do on my Instagram stuff is, because I do dancing all the time. I used to be a dancer. And a lady that I'm connected with, she's always said that my dancing is actually a light language. And I'm like, I've never quite got that. But she's like, when I dance, it's like I dance as God. Like, she sees light language, and she actually sees symbols and stuff when I'm dancing. And I'm like, that's really, it blows my mind, but I'm not connected to that space. I feel it, but I don't necessarily see it, whereas she sees that because she sees different to me. So every single person's ability to tune into these things is so different. Some people do multi-dimensional travel, other people do interdimensional travel. So I would say, like, you're seeking that wisdom within rather than seeking it from an external source. Really what I was called to tonight was tuning into this internal space within, of like, so we're seeking within the heart, seeking in the mind, seeking within that third eye, but seeking in the external as well, in the sense of how we tune into our connection to the truth. So when I always think about being an oracle, it's like, it's just connection to truth. So what I wanted to do tonight, being guided to do something a little bit different. So I'm not sure why that's coming up, but because I know that you'd probably be the same as me, Lena. Like, I use these as kind of a bit of a fun thing, but I don't need them. But I use them for clients to be like, hey, if you want to see the answer, because I can hear, like, I can feel it, hear it, see it, sense it, whatever. But people like to see it. So it's like, you use a pendulum, right? So we might go, like, we use a pendulum to get our yes and our no. And it's kind of a bit of a, it's true, it's fully true, but I already know the answer before I need to pull the pendulum. Would you be the same, Lena?
Pendulums do not work for me.
Okay.
I'm like, do something. Yes, go left and right. Yes.
That's what my best friend after giving birth, so she showed me with her pendulum how it works, but she said, I already know the answers and I'm already seeing and hearing and feeling, not hearing, but getting these information.
Yeah.
So it's the sway test though.
See, I do, that's what I'm going to teach tonight, is like doing it as a sway, like to do, like, because you are the pendulum, that's the whole point, is if you can tune into the I am the pendulum, like I am the pendulum, and you can ask yourself a yes or no, and you know where your no is and you know where your yes is. So when I do swaying, which we're going to get into, I'm going to actually go into that space, but when you start swaying and you do it, and then you ask a question, and my body will like go to the left or it will go to the right, depending on if it's a yes or a no. And then it will like stay there and it'll pulse for a little bit, then it'll come back to center. And then you can ask again. So when you tune into that, that's your own inner. When I do it for clients, it's funny because I've got 3 pendulums that sit in front of my space here. And when clients are really resistant to the answer, they know what the answer is. We've been talking about the answer, they've been given the guidance, and they're still resisting that because someplace inside them, it's like, I'll use all 3 pendulums and they'll get the exact same answer. And then they'll finally go, okay, I believe it now. So it's just a funny thing of like really tuning into that space within though, but tuning into this third eye space. So I'm just going to sort of open it up to that. But what I want us to do is go into an embodiment practice first. And the reason I want to do that is because when we're really grounded, the more we ground, and I know you'd probably agree with this, Lena, like the more we ground, the more earthed we are, the more we can connect to our physical form and our body and be really, really anchored in ourselves, the higher we can travel, the higher we can go with our spiritual connection, with our gifts and all that kind of stuff. So it's really about grounding into that inner space and finding what exists in the physical body so we can transcend and go higher in the sort of, I guess, multi-dimensional realms. So I'm going to do a really fun practice, and it is I just call it a shaking exercise, but it's probably like a bit of a qigong kind of shaking exercise. But for me, it just really releases all the stuff that we're holding on to within that prevents us from being either super grounded. It lets us kind of let go of all the stuck, stagnant, shitty kind of debris, emotional energies, all that kind of stuff. But it just brings us back into the space of center. And I'm also being guided to do a little bit of movement practice tonight as well, because it's something I always do in ceremony. We do a little bit of movement practice to really connect deep with ourselves, because when we connect deep with ourselves, we can trust our intuition at a deeper level as well. So I'm going to just move into this beautiful, I'm going to do some shaking. And the reason I'm doing it with this kind of music instead of fast, upbeat shaking, because normally like when you do shaking, you'd be like fast, chaotic, kind of crazy music. Sometimes when we do that, we disconnect from the actual experience and we connect to the song, we connect to the vibration and the beat of the song. Whereas with this, it's really connecting to the actual experience of what's going on in the body. So it's just bringing it in, breathing it in, and really connecting deeply to that internal space. So if you're playing along at home with the music, I'm just going to get you to put on the sacral chakra song. So just starting there. And we're just going to do this one, and the next one is called Unharnessed. And we're just going to do those two songs as the shaking experience. And then we're just going to go into some movement to really clear out anything that's like blocking us from what we want for our life. So the other thing I want you to think about and tune into when you do this practice is, what are you making space for? So really setting the intention. When we clear out, we can bring in. So it's like, what am I actually wanting to make space for? What am I trying to let go of so I can draw in something beautiful and new and a more vibrant experience? Or maybe you want a new relationship, a new job. Maybe you want more finances. Maybe you want to just feel more joy, more peace in your life. Like whatever it is that you are feeling called to connect to bring in. Just tuning into that first. What am I wanting to make space for? And are you willing to make space? Are you willing, truly, truly willing to connect in, to make space? Freya, I might just get you to mute your mic just because the two are trying to counteract each other. So just really dropping in. If you want high intuitive gifts, if you want to feel yourself being really, really strong and stable within your own intuitive knowing, if you want to be able to manifest anything in this world, if you want to be able to bring in what you truly desire, just really connecting with what is it that you have to let go of. And in this moment tonight, as you breathe, as you connect, are you willing to surrender what no longer serves? Are you willing to fully let go? How deep are you willing to go within your own internal body, within your own internal blocks and barriers, that stuck, stagnant energy that has been keeping you from fully experiencing the life you want to experience? Every single part of our body holds on to memories, pain, trauma, emotions. And it's shifting out these beautiful old energies so we can make space for new. So just sitting with that desire, sitting with that intention, sitting with that vibration, and allowing yourself the space of full and complete surrender here tonight. And when you're ready, I just invite you to stand up, making some space. And as we start this practice, again, it's very internal. It's dropping in, even though we'll be building up a shape, we'll be building up that energy, and we're going to be releasing a lot of stuck energy. It's going within, it's really feeling this space within. So as we begin, just finding your feet about hip width apart, putting a little bend in your knees, just finding a little bend in your knees. And as you breathe in through your nose, exhale through your mouth, just starting to feel a little bit of a bend, like a little bit of a drop in the knees, a little bit of a bounce. Sighing out on the exhale, breathing in. Just really feeling that vibration in the legs and the feet, feeling yourself grounded, fully supported by the earth beneath you. Increasing the speed of the bounce. And maybe you start knocking your knees together a bit like an Elvis shake. Your legs are starting to shake, still having a little bit of a bounce. You're starting to bring that movement up from the feet, the knees, into the hips. Starting to feel some movement all in the hips. Maybe you start having a little bit of a rock in the hips. Maybe there's a little bit of a sway as you find that bounce and you find that shaking that starts to happen, and your body starts to naturally want to take over. You don't have to control it anymore. Your body just wants to start shaking. And as you do that and you bring it up into your upper body, your shoulders, your hands, breathing in, and letting go on the out breath. Feeling the weight of the world you've been holding in your shoulders just start to release. Your hands, your fingers. And just notice how much your body wants to start moving as you start shaking and you feel in, you drop in, and you invite in that space of surrender. How much does your body want to surrender right now? How much are you willing to shake out and let go of? And as you drop in with that breath, noticing any stories, noticing any thoughts, any beliefs that are coming up, noticing any emotions, and just being a witness to those spaces. Noticing if your body wants this resistance of wanting to stop because it's getting tired, or noticing if your body wants to speed up and shake out more. With every exhale, we're letting go. And maybe your body starts taking fully over and you just have a beautiful, full release of everything that you've been holding on to. Just allowing your body, your presence, allowing that breath to be the guide for you. Finding the fullness of your expression, and just notice how your body wants to start taking over as that somatic release starts happening. And maybe some emotions start coming up and there's a bit of sadness, or there's a bit of grief, or there's just joy, or whatever it is. Maybe there's a bit of frustration or anger or anything that's been stuck. And allowing it all to rise to the surface as we shake our body, our emotions start releasing. Sighing it out on the exhale. And as you start just tuning in and just finding that space of really allowing your soul to dance you, you have no control. Your mind isn't in control. Your soul wants to start dancing. And just noticing what wants to start moving. Is it a sway? Is it a roll? Do your hips want to move? How does your body want to start shifting out all this energy that's been stuck in you? And just allowing the space of complete and total expression with no one to judge you, no one cares. There's no shame here. Stored within your body is the medicine of your entire healing. Everything you've ever needed is in your body right now. That wisdom, connecting to the breath. And if you're listening to the music at home, I'm just going to get you to skip to show yourself. Just skipping in. And again, we're just dropping in. When we open up to different songs and different vibrations, our body starts to shift in different ways and we open up to different parts. So allowing yourself the full space to drop in. And Freya, because I know you listen to the music at home, and I know that Lena's just on probably breastfeeding duty, we're just going to skip to Joy Joy. So if you want to just skip to Joy Joy, which is the next one down after Orion's Belt, we're going to have a nice, fun, high vibe song on. So really just tune in. Lisa's trying to join us. She's trying to connect, but we'll just see. Just feeling again, we're just allowing all the stuff, all that stagnant energy to shift through us. So however that feels for you. And just coming down, finding a seated position. Just allowing yourself to be really present now. Freya, if you want to stop that music, that song, that playlist, I've just updated it. If you want to refresh the playlist, you'll get a new, like, it should come up with a new sort of thing. And Lisa, if you want the playlist, it's in the chat box. I actually put it in if you want to like listen to it in the background there. Otherwise, I'll have it playing here. And Lena, I know you're probably breastfeeding, so that's all good. Lisa.
Yes.
I'm recording this, so.
Oh, cool.
I'm great. Yeah, because I'm not sure if you got the times mixed up a little bit, but that's okay. We've got it recorded, so I'll send it through to you later on.
Yep.
So beautiful. All right, so I'm just going to get everybody just to mute yourself for a moment, and we're just going to come in to a bit of a quiet space now. So Lisa, I'm just going to give you a moment to just drink your cacao, just put yourself on mute, just finding that space within as we just start tuning in to this space within. So let me just, I'll just wait for Lisa to put her thing on mute. They're beautiful. So if you want to, anyone that's playing along with the playlist at home, we're just going to put on the Grandmother Sphere song. So that should still be the one after Joy, Joy, Breast. Yeah. Beautiful. Thanks, Lena. So Grandmother Sphere. So as we just connect in, when we tune into this inner space, we've released all the stuff, we've released what we're no longer wanting, what we've been holding on to. Those heavier, denser energies. By shaking that out and moving our body and clearing that stuff out, we can tune in to that space in our heart and that space in our third eye. We can hear the wisdom from our womb space. Our womb is this beautiful gift of intuition. Our third eye is our beautiful gift of our clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant, all the clair gifts. There are psychic gifts. Our intuition is our gut. When we think a thought, we ask a question, the first 3 seconds is our intuition. So just tuning in right now and just asking yourself, just trusting in this space just for a moment, just asking yourself one question and allow those first 3 seconds to give you the answer that you've been seeking. Take a breath, ask the question, let go. And just noticing, is it a word, is it a feeling, is it a thought? Whatever that might be, can you trust that? And as we breathe and we connect in deeper and deeper, we can allow our intuitive gifts to start activating within us. Letting go of any of the thoughts, the doubts, the fears that are holding us back from really trusting our intuitive space. That inner guidance system, that connection to source, whatever that may be. By breathing into our heart space, breathing into our gut space, we become more at home, we become more at peace, we become more connected. And as we breathe in, I'm just going to get us to do an exercise just for a few moments. As you breathe in and breathe the breath down into the abdomen, all the way down into the base, I want you to hold the breath, bring your awareness, your gaze internally up and into your third eye. As you hold, you direct that gaze up and then let go and hold that gaze. So your vision is actually coming up and inward into that third eye space. And you're allowing your energy to flow there as you breathe in, all the way down to the base, looking up and inward into the third eye, holding that breath, breathing out, holding the space in that third eye. And this is an activation exercise for our third eye, for our psychic gifts, for our intuitive abilities. If you do this practice daily, doing it for a few minutes a day, 5-10 minutes a day, you'll actually start noticing the shifts and the changes that actually happen within that space. Our third eye becomes more fine-tuned, there's more energy around it. You'll start seeing difference in colors, and there's all these different things that can start shifting when we really focus our vision, our energy, our focus into that third eye space. And by breathing our breath down through the heart, down into our root chakra, we're grounding into our intuitive abilities, and we're connecting with both at the same time as we breathe. We breathe, we soften, we relax, and we connect to that higher space, that higher wisdom. Holding that breath up into the third eye and then breathing out. And just feeling into your body, noticing if there's any resistance in your body right now. Does your body feel free? Does it feel relaxed? Does it feel centered and at peace? And this is the space where our intuitive compass, that inner pendulum, can really start to tune in when we have a freer space in our physical form. So as you're sitting down, you may be sitting on the floor cross-legged, you may be sitting in a chair. If you're sitting in a chair, I just want you to sit with your feet grounded on the floor, back up straight. If you're sitting on the floor with your legs crossed, you'll be able to do that instinctively. Just allowing yourself to be really nice and tall and straight up in the back. And as you breathe in, you're just connecting to that space within that is your inner pendulum. It is your inner knowing. And this is just a tool you can use to really tune into your yes and your no, to get a really quick answer. As you do this practice and work with it, and you really feel into it, it will become such an instinctive, quick, easy exercise for you to do. So making sure your back is nice and straight. And as you breathe, you're just going to allow your body, asking your body to become a pendulum. And you will notice just naturally, your body will start either moving from side to side or back and front. Maybe it's moving back to front. Maybe it's moving side to side. Making sure you're nice and upright. Your spine is perfectly straight. You're not laying down. You're not being supported by anything behind you. And you're just in that space of being able to be completely present within your internal compass. You're grounded on the earth, either by your feet or by your root chakra. And just allowing your body to find a sway, a natural rhythm. And it's okay if this doesn't come straight away. It's practice. It's something we work on. It's something that will come the more you surrender to it. And when your body starts swaying, when your body starts getting a beautiful sway happening, and it's just overtaking you, like we did in the shaking exercise, like we did in the body movement. When our body isn't, we're not moving our body is moving us. When our body is that internal compass. When our soul is moving our body, we're not moving it. And we can find that natural rhythm, that natural flow. And as you do this, just connecting in and asking your guides, asking spirit, asking source, asking yourself, asking your higher wisdom, your higher guidance to show you what is your yes and what is your no. And just feeling your body move and shift. And maybe it's getting stuck on one side. That's your no. That gets stuck on the other side. That's your yes. Maybe it's going forward for the yes or no. Just allowing your body to move how it wants to instinctively move to give you the answers to these questions. What is my yes? What is my no? This is our internal oracle. This is our internal wisdom center that we can use at any moment. And it's just an easy, beautiful way that we can connect into this space. And as we begin to do this, just trusting a little more. Can you surrender a little deeper? Trust a little more. If your body isn't moving, asking what's the resistance? What are the blocks? Asking yourself what is keeping you from really tuning into this higher state of knowing. And when you're ready, just asking yourself a question, seeing if the pendulum feels like it's connecting. You're connecting to this inner pendulum. Ask yourself a question you know the answer to. Is my name Courtney? And you'll notice your body wants to move. Is my name Joan? And just noticing how your body wants to shift. Just keep on breathing, surrender into this space, that internal space within you that for so many of us has been hidden, has been veiled, has been shrouded in judgment and fear. Calling in your higher self, your guides, your connection to source, to help anchor you into these gifts, anchor you into your ability to tune in. Mm. Just asking yourself, what is for your highest good right now? What do you want to know more than anything in this world? What answer are you seeking? And allowing yourself to receive that knowing, allowing yourself to receive that wisdom, asking yes, no questions. Maybe you're tuning into something even higher. Maybe you are seeking a specific answer and allowing that wisdom to come through for you. When we open our channel, when we open ourselves to receive all of our gifts coming online, and we receive them in the most beautiful ways, there's no limit to the awareness, the understanding, the wisdom, the answers that we can tune into. Mm. Mm. Can you trust that inner pendulum? Can you trust yourself to surrender to the flow that wants to happen naturally through you as you? And maybe your internal compass is very subtle. Maybe all you can feel is a millimeter shift. Maybe your inner pendulum is just this beautiful, subtle space where you can feel your soul shifting to the left or right, where you can feel the vibration of the yes or the no. Can you trust that? Can you trust that you have everything within you that you've always needed? Can you believe that the wisdom you're constantly seeking is already inside you? Can you honor that space within that already knows? And just tuning in again and again to these questions that bring a deeper space of clarity for us. If your business is struggling, what could you ask? If your relationships are struggling, what do you need to know? Can you ask what you need to let go of? What you need to call in? As you tune into that higher knowing, Mm. And now just taking 3 deep breaths, just allowing yourself to be present with where you're at. And as we come out of this practice, as we come out of this space, I just want you to journal for a few moments if you've got a notepad and pen with you, just allowing yourself those few moments of space within to just feel into what's been coming up. Maybe there's resistance in accessing the fullness of your gifts. Maybe there's fears around stepping onto a new path of your business. Are there any fears, doubts, resistance, judgment, shame, anything that could be coming up? Just allowing yourself the time to be present with that. Maybe you've been given a gift of awareness of where you want to work, where you need to go. What's the next step on this journey? How you become more present and full within. Mm. Just witnessing without judgment anything that's coming up. There's no judgment in these spaces. Everything is welcome. Everything is perfect, exactly as it is. Are you holding on to old identities or beliefs that are keeping you from fully moving into your highest potential, your highest good? Just witnessing. Just holding that space of love within your heart for yourself, for being present here tonight as you just journal into these things. And maybe writing down what you need to let go of, writing down what you want to call in, maybe writing down what commitments you're going to make for yourself to fully tune into your higher knowing, your higher gifts, to become the fullest version of yourself. Mm. And then when you're ready, just holding the space of gratitude for yourself, maybe writing down one thing you're grateful for that connects to you. Grateful for showing up tonight, grateful for the work that you've done to get you to where you are tonight, grateful for the love that you hold in your heart space, sending yourself something you're grateful for. So often our gratitude practice is gratitude without, like, externally, And I want us to bring some gratitude within just for a moment. And when everybody's finished writing down what they want to write down, anybody that's playing the music at home, I'm just going to get us to sync up at the same time a song to play, which is Guru Om. And I'll play it as well, but if anyone wants to play it at home, just to really connect into that space that we are the guru. We are the guru that we are seeking, and it's my favorite song to play for this reason. And then I'm going to ask Lena to close up the space, but I really want us to just connect into this energy that we have, this internal wisdom space within us that we can access at any point. So when everybody's ready, if you've got the music in front of you, I'm just going to count down from 3, 2, 1, and we'll press play all together in 3, 2, 1, the Guru Om. And just connecting into your heart space, just holding that center. Feel it vibrate deeply within your soul space. In your shelter, And just feeling into your heart space and just sending an internal hug into yourself with gratitude and love, setting that space of love inside your own heart space, pulling that in. Now thinking about someone that you care deeply about, that you want to send love to in this moment, and just feeling the threads of connection, the vibration of love connecting to that person. Sending them love, feeling into this group, and just feeling into the connection, the fabric that we hold together, this frequency in the heart space, and just sending love to everybody in this group space tonight. Thinking about someone maybe you have a bit of conflict with at the moment, maybe someone that you're struggling with, and just seeing if you can soften your heart space and send them love as well. And then feeling the connection to the entire cosmos, to every being that exists on this planet, the star races. Allowing yourself to feel the grids that connect us all, the vibration that connects us completely together as the frequency of love. And just sending out one loving prayer to the entire universe that we all be connected back to love. Feel that space within you open and soften. Feeling the gratitude expand from your heart as you sit in the space of being deeply present tonight, committing tonight, showing up for yourself, and the gratitude that both Lena and I hold for you in this moment for being present here tonight, and just feeling that well in your heart. as I invite Lena back in to close up space for us.
Hey guys. All right. So just thanking Father Sky for holding space for us and releasing him. And thanking Mother Earth for holding space for us and releasing her. And the Eagle of the East, thank you for taking us high under your wing. We let you go. We thank you. For the Hummingbird of the North, thank you for bringing our ancestors to be around this fire with us. We thank you and we let you go. To Mother Jaguar, thank you for holding space for us and watching over us. We thank you and we let you go. And to the Serpent of the South, thank you for assisting us in releasing the old parts that we no longer need. We thank you and we let you go. And our circle is blessed, closed, and complete. Thank you for joining, guys. Thank you. This was honestly an amazing night. Thank you, Courtney.
Oh, thank you. It's beautiful. It's been such a beautiful night. I have recorded it, making sure I have recorded it. So if anyone would like a copy of the recording, once it's downloaded, and I add it to a YouTube link. Freya and Lisa, if you'd like a copy of the recording, I can send it through. I know Lisa, you definitely will. Freya, if you do, I can email you a copy of it. So if you want to do the meditation again or anything like that, you can sit with that. And Lena, I'll send it to you just so you've got a copy of it as well.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. And if you do have any questions or anything, feel free to let us know. And yeah, so grateful for everybody for showing up. Even though it's a tiny little group, I kind of feel like it was just the perfect group. And I'm so grateful.
Oh, it was so good. The shaking was so good.
So it's such a good practice, isn't it? It's one of my favorite things to do.
Oh yeah, I was so heavy before and now I feel so much better.
Oh, it's so good. I just want to actually, before we close up, Lena, I know you've probably, if you need to go, by all means, feel free to go. I just want to open up to, like, especially to Freya, because you've been here the whole time. Lisa, obviously, as well, if you want to. But if anything's come up for you, if there's anything you want to share, I just want to open that space for you to do that if that's something you feel called to do.
Yeah, I will. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. I really appreciate. I'm so glad I found you guys. Yeah, so much came up. This year, I fell in love deeply with this man who I'm having a baby to, and he's very spiritual and connected. And he and I spent lots of time doing ceremonies together when he was here, but I just wasn't connecting at all. And then through tonight, I found I had the answers. That's what he was there to show me and to give me this baby as a gift. But I need to do this work by myself, which is why he's not here now. And that's why the universe is keeping us apart as well. Yeah, it was through the song, when you said to change the song, it was the one on his playlist. It just all came flooding through to me. Yeah,
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I did actually get a message like during that for you, and it was about relationships. So it's interesting that you brought that up. And it was that the soul that you are calling in, it's like you've already met them, so that's funny that came through. It's like you've already met the soul that you will journey with, but it's just like it's a timing thing for you guys. So it might not be this person, but maybe it's someone else you've already met or connected with. But it's a journey of like a deepening with the self. And that's definitely something I felt for you during this. It was like my heart was opening up for you. as you journey with yourself deeper, it's like what you'll uncover within your own heart space will be unlike anything you ever expected it to be. It's just going to completely transform your whole life. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, another thing, sorry, I just remembered then, was that I've been always watching other people and like getting my answers from them. And I believe in guides and, you know, light and everything, but I have always had this story that I may not be one to receive it and to see it or to feel it, and it's okay. I can just follow the people that I'm drawn to and then learn from them. But today I was like, no, you've got to let that story go, because you actually can and you will.
100% you can and you will, because I already can feel your gifts coming online. Yeah. And I feel like if you can just work with a little bit with that, like all of that will come online. Like I can feel the activation already started. So that's beautiful, beautiful gift tonight.
Yeah, if I may add something for you, Freya. The message that I have for you is that you have everything that you need. That's all that's come through. It just,
Thank you.
you know that.
Yeah. Thank you, beautiful.
Thank you for
and
sharing.
Lisa, how are you feeling?
Yeah, good. I did come on a bit late, but I really felt that pendulum shifting inside of me. It was shifted huge forwards and back. And I felt right in my all my clairs and everything when it was a yes, and when it was no, it was just like more observing and right back into my spine. But what came up was calling in what I need for my next step. I think that when you said that, I'm like, yeah, that's what I need to do for my next step. But yeah, I'll go back and listen to it from the start, because that's into those practices is what I want to get more into for myself.
Yeah, beautiful. And it's calling in. It's like I did a workshop earlier today, and it was a private one, and they had a very specific theme they wanted to do, and I tried to do the theme they were very specific on, and Spirit's like, that's not what they need. It was not what the group energy needed. And I just did what I was guided to by Spirit, and they all got what they needed out of it, which was amazing. But it was, they wanted to like manifest. I'm like going, you've got to clear out all the shit that's blocking you from manifesting. And it's like when we want to call in the new, the next step, all those things, it's like we're still telling ourselves the stories and those beliefs and those old things. And it's like, if we can let go of that first, which is why the shaking practice is so good, because it helps us let go of the fucking stories that we're holding on to be like, hang on a second, that's just like stuck, stagnant, shitty energy that I don't need. And if I can then clear that out and go, now I can call in.
Yeah. Make space.
Make space, baby.
Yeah, I get that. But it's more trusting what comes up within me and not discarding it, but I doubt it. So it's more practicing just trusting it and going with it.
It's that first 3 seconds. It's like that is everything you need to know. Those first 3 seconds, it is done. That is the message. That is the answer. And if you doubt it, write it down, pull a card, do your inner pendulum. Like if you can you write it down, you get that first 3 seconds and you write that down and go, that is my answer. Right, now I'm going to pull a card. Guarantee you that card will be the same message. You be your inner pendulum, guarantee it'll be the same message. If you can trust in those first 3 seconds, it will change your entire life. Like I still pull cards for myself all the time. But it's that inner space that we create to go, I don't need to pull a card. I do it for my own clarity. I pull cards for people because that's my job. But it's like when you can trust that guidance. And it's funny for me doing the readings as much as I'm doing them, I'm shuffling the cards and the messages are already coming through and I'm laughing at it because I'm like, I don't even need to pull a card because I already know the answer for the client, but the client wants to see a card. So I give them the message, pull a card, it's always exactly the same. And it's just such a beautiful space of surrender to go, I already know the answer. I don't need to pull a card, but we sometimes need that visual representation of what the guidance is showing us. So do the same thing for yourself. Channel, write it down, like scribble and say, what's my answer? And you'll get an answer and that will channel through you. So I was just trusting in that and opening up to that space of going, I have everything I need within me. Every single answer I've ever fucking needed is already within me. I just need to ask and it will get it.
Yeah.
And like the whole reason I did, sorry, beautiful, we're talking too much, sorry.
Oh, good.
But I was going to say thank you for Lena for like the
Thanks,
whole
Lena.
reason we did this was trusting that guidance of going, I got a message from Spirit to say I needed to contact Lena to do this thing. And it was like, okay, I'll trust it. And it was instantaneous. And I was like, let's just do it.
Yeah, it's so good. I'm so glad we did. I immensely enjoyed tonight. So I will chat to you guys more.
Yeah. You go, beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm just so grateful for you.
Good night, Lisa. Good night, Frag. Good night, Courtney.
Yeah.
So it's just trust. It's always trust. It's surrender and trust, surrender and trust, surrender and trust.
Yeah.
And if you really struggle, just ask for guidance. Like tune in. I do writing, so I do a lot of channeled writing, and I do soul writing. So it's like I call it rapid fire soul speak. It's one of my ways of tuning into spirit at night. So my ego mind can't get involved because my hand is just writing. But if you really need to know an answer, pull a card. Like do that. Use a pendulum. Become your own pendulum. But it's always this. It's when all my stuff was coming online. It's trust that what you are receiving is really true, because sometimes it's like, how am I knowing that? Like I did a reading for someone the other day and it was like that her partner cheated on her and she's like, how did you know that? I'm like, I was told. And it was true. She knew that's the whole reason they broke up. But it was this whole thing was coming through and I'm like going, but if you don't trust it, then we can't use this as a gift. Whereas if we can trust, these gifts become these like absolute powerhouse source of like awakening for people and for our own inner self as well. So
little golden nugget.
I know you do this obviously for work a bit, Lisa, as well, but I don't know what you actually do for work, but I feel like you will go more into this space. I feel like that's going to be a big thing for you as well, that you'll actually go into this space somehow, like working with these energies and with these things. I can see, I don't know what it is. I can see you doing something in the healing, but I don't think you've studied what you're going to be doing yet, if that makes sense. I don't think you've tuned in fully to the thing that you're going to actually, the space you're going to step into yet. But you know what it is going to be. I just don't think you've necessarily like really hit it yet. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it's like I feel like that's going to be.
Yes, it does make sense. And the whole time, I know what I'm doing is that I know that it's wrong. It's good, it's fine, but I know that it's leading into something else.
Yeah, it's like whatever you're doing now, I don't know what you do for work or what you've been thinking, like what you've been dabbling in or anything like that, but it's like there's it's like they've been trying to nudge you, it's like they've been trying to guide you and you haven't fully seen it yet as to like, oh, this is actually what I'm going to be doing for my future work. So the guidance is trying to come through is what I'm getting. It's just you tuning into that and going, oh, so every single time I see the same thing repeating the same, like if it's not Reiki, it's definitely not Reiki, but let's just pretend it's Reiki. I'm seeing like all these things popping up on my social media feed or people are talking about this, whatever it is. And that is actually the guide for you of what you're going to be going into, but you haven't fully surrendered into that yet. And it's like you're not quite seeing all the guidance that's coming through for you. But when you start seeing repeating things of like, there's a modality, there's something that's there that's trying to pull you in to be like, this is how you're going to be working with the energy in the future. I hope that makes enough sense. My brain is just like, I can channel it, I can't articulate it very well tonight.
Perfect. Thank you.
how you guys go. But I'll definitely upload this as soon as it comes. I'll probably do it tomorrow because, to be quite honest, it's late and I probably won't do it tonight. But I'll do it tomorrow and I'll send it to you guys as soon as I've got the YouTube video up. And if you've got any questions, either let me or Lena know. And hopefully this has been a really beautiful help for you guys on this journey. But I'm just so grateful that you showed up tonight. Anytime I get to do this is great. Would anybody like a card before I stop tonight? Does anybody feel like, would either of you feel like you want a card or need a card tonight?
Yeah, I'd love a card. Thank you.
Because I'm feeling, but it's the weirdest thing. I'm feeling pulled to these ones. So I'm going to go there. Actually, I'm going to do both of these because these are like divine feminine cards. So I'm just feeling, I don't know why. They're not ones I'd normally go to. So I'm going to just do Lisa first because she's the person that I'm being told to do first. I'm just going to pull 2 cards. Oh my God, my shuffling tonight is terrible. And I'm just pulling for what you need to know for your highest good tonight. Okay, I've got a massive message coming through as well at the same time, so that's really interesting. So, so funny. So Lisa, yours is balance. And then crystal clear, I trust my intuition. But the message I'm getting is you've got to find the balance between your intuition, like your feminine and all that, like the thinking, the feeling, the dreaming, the envisioning, and the fucking doing is the message I'm getting. So it's like you've been spending a lot of time in this space. It's like now you've got to do. You've got to find the balance between the feminine and the masculine. Normally I'm saying people come back into the feminine more because too many people are in the masculine, but it's like you've been spending so much time in the thinking and the feeling and the like envisioning and all of those things. And it's like, now's the time for action. Now's the time to stand in your power and take inspired, intuitive action. It's like finding that balance is the message. It was like, yeah, very clear.
Yeah, nailed it.
Absolutely. I know, that's literally how it was told to me. It was like, fucking action. Like, come on.
Kick up the bum.
Kick up the ass for you. Yeah. It's very funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And structure is the other word that's coming through for you too, Lisa. Structure, you need structure. Okay. So, Freya, the cards I've got for you is innocence. And it's like this real fun, playful, childlike innocence that you need to tune into a little bit more to navigate some healing processes. And then the second card, this is why, morning, which says, I realize that all endings are opportunities to start anew. So it's like that fun, playful, childlike innocence is going to help you navigate some, I'm going to call them death processes because that's how I'm being told to say it. It's like you're going to have to go through some death processes, some heavy mornings, closing out cycles you don't necessarily want to close out, but having that fun, creative, innocent, childlike experience, like tuning into that energy is going to help you navigate those spaces rather than being so much in the feminine or so much in that space. It's like you need to find that more childish space, that childlike space, because I feel like you are going to go through a couple death processes. But a rebirth comes with all of that. So that's beautiful. But it's like that's the best way you're going to be able to navigate it is to find that childlike innocence in the process of the death cycle that we all need to go through sometimes. So these endings are going to bring new beginnings, but rather than going to heavy energy, stay in as much as you can that childlike, playful kind of energy, the curiosity space is the message I'm getting. So I hope that helps you guys tonight.
Yeah.
I just felt like, pulling cards if we needed to. So I'm going to close it up there for everybody. But I'm so grateful for showing up Any questions, let me know, and I will see you guys all again soon.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so
All right.
much. Bye.
Bye.